So, welcome to a very different video than usual, and this is because I see a lot of comments being, have you already seen that? Have you already seen that? And that's because I've seen a fair amount of anime even before starting my channel. And I decided, you know what? I am going to show you guys all of the anime that I watched before starting my channel. So, there is a slight clickbait in the title. I'm not going to be ranking every single anime that I've watched, but I'm going to be ranking every single anime that I watched before starting my channel. I'm not going to be ranking the anime that I watched on the channel yet. I might do that in the future. I'm not sure. I kind of don't want to do it, but maybe I will if I get like a lot of people asking about it. But I kind of don't like doing that just because I know people get FOMO and stuff like that. So I don't want to do that, but maybe in the future at some point. But right now I'm going to be tier listing, or basically just I'm going to be rating every single anime that I watched prior to starting my channel. So this is also gonna serve as a bit of a indicator of which anime I have watched. So here I'm only gonna be doing one season, basically, like it's only gonna be the titles. So I'm not gonna do each season separately for a different anime that have multiple seasons. So I'm gonna kind of give it like an overall score, I guess. And also I may have not included some anime where, I don't know, maybe it has like multiple seasons and I've only watched one season, or I've only watched a few episodes. That would include, I watched Bakemonogatari like many years ago. I don't remember any of it, so it's probably gonna end up being on a poll for a future anime that we're gonna be watching on the channel, because I've seen it many years ago. I remember basically nothing from it, and I've only seen the first season, so I feel like I couldn't put it on here because I have nothing to say about it. So stuff like that I'm not gonna put on here, but the rest is on here. So, I guess without further ado, let's go into this and let's discuss it. So this is going to be the tiering system. We might add a new tier if we need it, but right now it's going to be S, which is going to be a masterpiece, like best, like I'm going to remember it after like 10 years. I'm still going to think about it. That's a masterpiece. And I'm going to try to keep that so strict that it's going to be few of them, hopefully, on here. A, incredible. There's probably going to be a lot in here because I feel like I only watched, or I watched a lot of really incredible shows. Great is still like way above average. This is not gonna be B for average. It's gonna be B for a great show that just doesn't reach the incredible or masterpiece status. Okay, enjoyable is gonna be C. So basically I enjoyed it. It had some great moments, but I'm gonna probably not think too hard about it, and it was just okay. And then D is gonna be either forgettable shows that weren't necessarily bad, but were just, I don't really remember much what happened in them. It just kind of, you know, it's just a forgettable show, or maybe even bad shows that are gonna be in here as well. There's probably not gonna be many in here though, because I basically watched the cream of the crop, I feel like. Also, another thing, I'm gonna put timestamps down in the video so you can skip to those. Unless I might skip a few. If I don't have much to say about it, I'm probably not gonna put a timestamp for it. But for the ones that I'm gonna have like a bit of a discussion on, I'm gonna put a timestamp on so you can skip to those to see what I think of them and where I place them. I'm gonna give a few words at least about each of the anime, which might mean this is gonna be a long video because we have 126 anime here. So let's go. Birdie Wing. This is gonna be one that most of you guys probably haven't seen. It aired in 2022. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I'm gonna be honest. I wanna watch it because this was between B and A. I'm gonna put it in B for now as a benchmark. It was incredible. It could be A. It could be low A. I'm gonna put it low A. I might move it down later on. It was just so much hype. It's about golf and gay girls, and it's just a lot of hype. I recommend it a lot. If you just want to see some, if you don't have to care about golf. I don't care about golf. It's an incredibly fun anime to watch. Just a lot of hype, a lot of great OST, great voice acting, just great. Okay, next, Oshi No Ko. Specifically, season 1, because we're watching season 2 on the channel. Is it a masterpiece? It's too early to say. I would say it's too early to say it's a masterpiece. And as I said, this is going to be extremely strict for masterpieces. I'm going to put it at the top of A for now. Even including season 2, I think it's too early to say that it's a masterpiece. It definitely has some absolutely incredible moments. It was my anime of the year last year, and so far this year, season 2, depending on how it ends, it has the potential to be my anime of the year this year as well. But we'll see. It is incredible for sure. It might tap into the masterpiece territory soon, eventually, maybe. Hidashi no Eden, or Eden of the East. This anime was a great anime with an incredible idea. I think the execution of it wasn't perfect. I didn't watch the movies. I just watched the original series. I heard the movies are pretty bad. I think the idea of it was really good. It's about basically a death game. I think it was like 8 or 10 or some amount of humans basically get, I think, $100 million, and they have to use that money to basically change the world. And then it's how they use that money. You have to see how they use the money and stuff like that. It's a really, really interesting idea. I think the execution was okay, but just for the idea, I think it deserves the great spot. I think it was really, really fun. Naruto Shippuden. This is probably my favorite shonen. Is it my favorite shonen? My favorite action shonen? Okay. Let me put it in. It's not just Naruto Shippuden, it's also Naruto, by the way. We're including all of it. Let me put it in Incredible, behind Birdie Wing. Or in front of Birdie Wing, behind Oshi No Ko. It's not a masterpiece. I recognize its flaws. I don't think it's a perfect anime in any way, shape, or form. I think it's an anime that made me extremely, extremely invested in the world and extremely, extremely invested in the characters. In saying that, I think the reason why I enjoyed it as much as I did, a big reason, is because I had a friend who watched it. We watched it at the same time. We didn't watch it together necessarily, but we watched it like in parallel at the same time. And we would sometimes go on a walk and we would just spend like 3-4 hours just making theories about it and just talking about Naruto and being extremely, extremely passionate about it. And I think that's the part that I enjoyed the most about it. So I think if I didn't have that, I would probably put it in great. But because I had all of that, and because I do think it's just an incredibly, incredibly fun anime to watch, and with some incredible moments, incredible animation, incredible OSTs, of course, and incredible characters, I still think it deserves the incredible spot. I feel like Incredible is going to be wow, so many Incredibles. It's going to be really, really packed. So yeah, but yeah, I think this deserves to be here. The Great Ninja War Arc gets a lot of hate. It's my personal favorite arc. I loved seeing all of the ninjas around the world. Oh, sorry about that. All of the ninjas around the world basically coming together and seeing all of their stories, because I was interested in the entire world and all of these side characters a lot. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind seeing like here what Shoji is doing here, and I don't mind seeing what the other group is doing here and what the feudal lords are doing there and stuff like that. I found it interesting. So I kind of liked how the Great Ninja War Arc was actually laid out. So yeah, I enjoyed Naruto a lot. Okay, Angel Beats. Now, this Angel Beats is my favorite Maeda Jun anime. In saying that, this is hard. Do I put it very low A? I haven't rewatched it. I would need to rewatch it. If you asked me when I was a teenager and I watched this, if you asked me where would I put this, it would be probably low masterpiece, high incredible. If you ask me right now, based on nostalgia, it would probably be low incredible. I haven't rewatched it. I know that the ending is rushed. From when I was a teenager watching it, I did not feel like it was rushed, but that's because you're a teenager. You don't feel those things. So I'm still gonna put it low incredible, below Birdie Wing. No, that's unfair. Above Birdie Wing. And we'll see how we go from there. Toradora. Oh, shit. This is another product of its time. This was an incredible anime back when I was a teenager. I feel like we're gonna be seeing this as a pattern, because most of this I actually have watched when I was a teenager, because that's when I watched the most anime. Then I had like a bit of a gap when I was like in late high school. When I was like late teenager, I had a bit of a gap and I watched a bit less. But Toradora, is it still my favorite romance? No, it's my second favorite romance. Okay, we're gonna have to reorganize this a bit. It's above Angel Beats for me. I love the writing in Toradora. It made me this isn't the anime that made me love tsunderes. We're gonna get to that in the next one, but it's definitely an anime that solidified my love for tsunderes. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this is fair. Zero no Tsukaima. I enjoyed this a lot. This is one of the very first anime that I ever watched. Probably definitely in my first 10 anime that I watched. I enjoyed it a lot. I loved, actually, it's not even just a tsundere, it's a himedere in Louise, and I absolutely loved her. I think I am 100% sure that if I rewatch this anime right now, it would be garbage. But I remember enjoying every second of this when I was a teenager and eating it up. It's also an isekai. It's the very first isekai that I watched. It's the very first... Yeah, I think it's the very first, like, actual romance anime that I watched. I'm gonna talk more about that when we get to the first anime that I watched eventually. But I'm gonna put it in... low B. Is it above or below Higashi no Iden? I'm gonna remember Higashi no Iden more, so it's gonna be below. Black Clover. I think, is this the poster for the original series, or is this the poster for the movie? It might be for the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet. I have seen the anime though, every episode of the anime. And this is, in my opinion, the best, or sorry, not the best, my favorite new gen. I don't think that's fair, but new shonen. My favorite new shonen is Black Clover. Still to this day, it's just pure undistilled hype. It's just hype. It keeps getting better and better and better, and I think it is here. I think it's incredible. I do genuinely think. I think it has. Do I think it's a perfect shonen? No. I think it has issues. I think definitely the first 30 episodes can be a bit slow. I think Asta's VA, I personally, honestly, I enjoyed Asta's VA a lot. Whenever he would scream, I was laughing my ass off whenever he would be screaming. I was enjoying those first 30 or 20 episodes, however long it needs to get like acclimated to the role. I was enjoying them a lot. Every time he would be like, Mara! And I would be losing it. I would be losing my shit. It was so much fun. So I enjoyed Black Clover a lot, and it's just a lot of hype. Like every single battle was just so much hype. It's rare to see a show getting better and better with each episode, but this one definitely was it. Gosick. I don't remember anything from Gosick. I'm gonna be honest. All I remember from Gosick is it was really, really good. I really enjoyed Gosick. When I first watched it, I'm sure because I rated it a 9 on my anime list. And if you asked me the second when I finished it, where would I rank it in this tier list? It would have been incredible, probably, based on me ranking it a 9. Thinking about it now, the fact that I can't remember anything from it is telling, I think. I am going to put it in okay. I know this is gonna tilt people. The only reason I'm putting it in okay is not because I don't think it's... I think it's better than all of the anime in B. I don't remember anything from it. I remember way more things from these anime than I do from this anime. That's why I'm putting it in B. It just didn't stand out enough. Speaking... sorry, I'm putting it in C. Speaking of forgetting about what's happening in it, Baka Test. Baka Test is one of the first anime that I watched. Once again, another great tsundere character. Hideyoshi being one of the first androgynous characters that I've seen in anime. That's all I remember from it. I remember having fun. I'm gonna put it in C. It's okay. It was a lot of fun. Just good comedy, and that's about it. That's about all I remember. Let the salt ensue. Akame Ga Kill. Okay, so this is a bit of a controversial one because Akame Ga Kill got a lot of... Wait, let me leave it here for now. Akame Ga Kill got a big fan base back in the day, and I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed it a lot when I was a teenager. It's a very edgy show, and there's a lot of blood, a lot of death, and the ending of Akame Ga Kill, from what I remember, was dog shit. I remember crying a lot over some of the deaths when I was like younger. And I remember it impacting me pretty hard. I think it gets a bit too much shit. I don't think it's as bad as something like Mirai Nikki or Elfen Lied, which is not on here because I only watched a few episodes of those and then I dropped it. I finished this, and I think the ending was so bad that I found it actually kind of enjoyable. I'm gonna put it in enjoyable. I enjoyed it. It was dumb fun. It was a lot of blood. It was edgy. It was okay. Yeah, it was fun. It's not above those two, but it was enjoyable. Blood C. Now, this anime is one of those anime that I was probably like, I don't know, 16, 17. I was like, I'm above this romance stuff. I want something bloody. I want something gory. I want something edgy. I probably watched Akame Ga Kill and I was like, you know what? I want something even more fucked up. and I probably looked up something like the goriest anime of all time, or the bloodiest anime of all time, and long and behold, Blood Sea was up there. And I watched it, and I don't remember what was in it, apart from like a big bunny eating stuff and eating people, and I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird anime. The story in this was not good. The story was just not good. It was just a lot of blood. So Blood Sea is definitely in the forgettable category. Daily Lives of High School Boys. I haven't rewatched this, but I watched it back when it first aired. No, that's not true. I think I watched it, I don't know, I don't remember when. And I remember enjoying it a lot. A lot. Actually, like this. I remember enjoying it a shit ton. Not much to say there. Just incredible comedy about guys being guys. And it was just a lot of fun. Wow. This is gonna be a controversial one. Sword Art Online. Okay, so I watched the first 2 seasons of Sword Art Online. So this is gonna be purely off of Season 1, Season 2. I know that Alicization is really good. I did hear that Alicization is the best that Sword Art Online has ever been. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna be talking about Season 1 and 2. So, I think the first 2-3 episodes of Sword Art Online are a lot of fun. The world is interesting, it's set up really well, and then we start going into a slice of life type of way, which is fine. I just wasn't expecting it to be. That's not what I wanted from Sword Art Online, because we started going into like, oh, let's solve this random murder mystery that is kind of, you know, just a bit of a slice of life mystery, because we're just basically helping out someone who's framing their own clan or something along those lines, and it has nothing to do with like advancing the levels. It's kind of framed as if, oh yeah, this is important because of PKing and stuff like that, but it's, in the end of the day, when they solve it, it's not important at all, because it's just some fighting between the clan, and it was kind of meh. And then we go to like the girl falls in love with Kirito, and they go to get like a material for a sword, and also they go to like another floor to resurrect a person's dragon, and then they adopt an AI daughter, and then they go fishing for an entire episode. And then honestly, the villain was pretty cool, and I think some of the developments later on were pretty hype in the first part of first season. Second part of first season was really bad. I did not enjoy it at all. I think the villain was just extremely cartoonishly bad. And yeah, it was just not fun. Then season 2 came along. I enjoyed Gangale Online more than anything else in the first 2 seasons. I really enjoyed Gangale. It wasn't perfect, but it was like a 7 out of 10. It was just enjoyable. Maybe even a 7.5, or at points even 8. It wasn't perfect. It was enjoyable though. It was definitely enjoyable. I loved seeing Kirito just slashing bullets. That was so much fun. And then what the fuck was part 2 of season 2, man? That was just dog shit. Okay, that was just them being like, you know what? We kind of bought 24 episode slots. We have to fill it in with like some specials and some OVAs and some stuff like that. And we're just gonna be doing random shit here. That was shit. SAO gets in. Okay. I know I talked shit about it. I genuinely think it's better than Akame Ga Kill. I cannot in good faith put it below Akame Ga Kill. I definitely think it was better than that. Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah, okay, so that's my opinion on Sword Art Online. I heard that Alicization is incredible. I heard that progressive movies are really good as well. I might actually pick it up at some point, maybe. Kämpfer. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of Kämpfer. I watched it as one of my first anime, and I think this shit awoke something in me, man. This is such a great anime. It's just a lot of fun. I think I don't remember much of it. It was an enjoyable anime. It was just a lot of fun. It was a guy waking up as a girl or something, or I think he could change into a girl or something like that. It was just ecchi shenanigans. I was a teenager when I watched it, and it was fun. Kokoro Connect. I think this was a great anime. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it. I remember the drama between the guys or the classmates being a lot of fun. It was just a club that had a really good dynamic between them. And obviously, everyone knows that one line that that girl says, right? Everyone has seen it. I'm not gonna repeat it because of YouTube, but yeah, everyone has seen it, and it's just a fun anime that has a pretty good plot, some pretty good dialogue, and it was just fun, and a short one as well. Anohana. I think Anohana. This is hard. I watched Anohana after I watched Angel Beats, after I watched some of the others that we'll be getting to. When it comes to like the crying anime or whatever you want to call it, I think Anohana didn't make me cry as much as Angel Beats, and I think that's because if I watched Anohana before Angel Beats, I would have cried more to Anohana. But because I watched Angel Beats before it, I was kind of like having the wrong expectations. I think I cried at the end of Anohana because I kind of forced myself. I was like, you have to cry here. Everyone else cried here. Come on, cry, Matt, cry. And that's when I cried. It was sad. It's here. It was good. Okay. My Little Monster. All I remember is that it ends really suddenly, and it ends pretty meh. I remember it being kind of fun. That's all I remember from it. I'm gonna put it in forgettable because I don't remember anything else. It's above Blood Sea for sure. I don't remember anything else from it. It was okay. It was good. I think I enjoyed it, maybe. This is a big one. Okay, so this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, this is a bit of a monolith. So, we're gonna be talking about JoJo's as a whole. I have seen all 6 parts of JoJo. I haven't read in advance. I don't want to read in advance. I'm anime only, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Part 1 was okay. It's definitely, I would say it's the weakest part. But even still, it's very short. So it's pretty easy to get through. It's really short. It introduces some of the values of JoJo's, but it's pretty standard shonen stuff. Nothing too outlandish, nothing too bizarre. And I would put part 1 maybe in B. It was still really, really good. It's still B. Part 2 introduces a lot of characters that were a lot more interesting. It introduces some nice villains, even though I think part 2 didn't have like a concretely well-written villain. And Hamon got a lot more interesting as well in part 2, but still, compared to the like coming parts, Hamon definitely pales in comparison. So I think part 2 would be high B, low A, and then part 3 has some of the best companions and one of the best squads in all of anime. But and also it has one of the best fights in like final fights when it comes to any JoJo part. But the problem with part 3 is it's way too long. It's just way too long. Some parts in the middle just are so long. It's like what, 40 something episodes, 45, 46 episodes, and it's way too long. Part 4 starts off, the first half of part 4 is like a slice of life part that doesn't really have much of a story, which kind of, it looks gorgeous. The art style is gorgeous. I definitely was bored in a lot of the episodes of part 4, but also some of the episodes at the beginning were interesting. Like the restaurant episode is still one of my favorite JoJo episodes ever. It was really, really fun. And then Kira gets introduced, and especially the last 10 episodes or so are incredible in part 4. Part 5, from beginning to end, is just a banger. Just a banger. Stands in part 5 were incredible. The animation in part 5, the music in part 5, of course, incredible. I think the squad, part 5 squad, is the best squad of any anime. Yeah. Bucciarati, Narancia, Giorno, and oh god, I cannot be forgetting people. Bucciarati, Narancia, Giorno, Abacchio. They are just, and Trish as well. They are just an incredible squad. And then part 6 is really, really good. It has the best JoJo up until this part, which is Jolene. She's the best written JoJo in my opinion. She is also Onochi, but Foo Fighters is also an incredible character. I think the problem with Part 6, the anime adaptation, is I think the animation isn't as good, and the art style and just the color scheme isn't as good as Part 5. And I also think that the squad is not as interesting. Sorry, Hermes. Hermes is cool. She's right. Foo Fighters is really, really cool. I really like Foo Fighters, but apart from her, the others aren't like that interesting. Anasu and like those, they aren't as interesting as some of the other squads that we had. But Jolene is the best JoJo in all of JoJo. I am inclined to put this. Is it high A? Is it low S? I'm gonna put low S for now, and we'll see how much we have later on. Little Witch Academia, the movie. This is purely the movie. I haven't seen the anime series. So the movie, I don't have much to say. It was good. No, it was great. I enjoyed it a lot. It was just Studio Trigger doing some great stuff. Also, let me put Kokoro Connect above. Yeah, here. But yeah, this one belongs here. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. It was just great. Sakurasou no Pet no Kanojo. Ugh. This is hard. I don't think I would enjoy this as much right now. I watched it when I remember I was sick. I was a teenager. I was sick. I was home from high school. I put my laptop in my bed and I binged watched this in my bed in one day, and it was a lot of fun. I cried like a bitch. And I still think back on this anime. I think I remember it more than Higashi no Eden. I remember it less than Birdie Wing. Yeah, this is about right. Okay, Data Live. I've seen the first 2 seasons of Data Live. Apart from Kurumi, I don't remember anything in Data Live. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Data Live fans are gonna hate me for it. I don't remember anything apart from Kurumi from Data Live from the first 2 seasons. Zero. Yeah. I genuinely cannot put it anywhere higher because I can't remember anything else. And Max, and I think there was some incest in it as well. Chunibyo de Makoi ga Shitai. This is hard. This is hard. Is it? It's here. It's here. It's here. I loved Chunibyo. I love Chunibyo. Especially, I love the part with the serious part of Chunibyo. I think it was season 2. I don't know how the general consensus is because I think that might be the less popular season, but season 2 I think it was where Rika went home and she kind of I think her name was Rika, right? And there was a bit more of a serious drama going on. I enjoyed that part a lot. I cried like a bitch during that part. It was great, and yeah, that's why it's here. I haven't seen all of the movies and OVAs and stuff. I think I only watched season 1, season 2, and that's it. So maybe I should go back and watch some of those, but I'm gonna need to rewatch the series if I want to do that, which it's a bit of a longer one. Oh, okay. Now we have the biggest one here, Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan is the best written show that I've watched. But I am not invested. I was never invested in the world and in the characters of the show. I don't know why. I just never could get invested in it. I feel like there was always like this divide. Okay, this is just an anime that I'm watching. I'm not invested in the characters. No matter who died, I never cried. I never really cared about the world that much. I just watched it for the story, and I think the story was incredible. That's about it. Zero emotional attachment to it. I still think that it would be doing it a disservice to put it anywhere below a low masterpiece, but it has to be a masterpiece, I think. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put it higher than a low S. So yeah, Non Biyori. I watched season 1 of this. I think there are 2 seasons. I think I only watched season 1. It was, honestly, it was B. It was great. Yeah, it was great. I feel like that's fair to say. I enjoyed it a lot. That's all I have to say about it. It's a good slice of life. I enjoyed it. Okay, next. Tonari no Seki-kun? This was just a fun gag anime. You guys probably haven't heard of it, at least a lot of you guys. I think it's just something about an eraser and about teasing, and it was just fun. It was enjoyable. Yeah, it was enjoyable. Oh, this is a big one because we're watching a lot of Love Live on the channel. Love Live School Idol Project. So this is the only Love Live part that I watched prior to starting this channel. Every single other Love Live part or whatever generation is on the channel. I've done a reaction to on the channel, but this one I haven't because I watched it before starting the channel. So where do I put it? Season 1, C. Season 2, A. Movie, high A. I did not like, I really disliked the drama in season 1. I hated the drama in season 1. Like, I really disliked it. I was fuming when watching those. I remember I stayed up all night, or not all night, but like for like an hour, just thinking of being angry at how that drama was unveiling in the first season of Love Live School Idol Project. But even though I say that, I think season 2 and the movie were so incredible that I'm prepared to put it in here. Yep, they're incredible. Ping Pong the animation. So Masaki Yuasa. This anime, I think I enjoyed it a lot when I was younger. I wanna rewatch this because I feel like I would find a new appreciation for it. I think when I was younger, I would have put it in great. I feel like if I rewatch this, I would put it in masterpiece. But since I haven't rewatched it, I'm just gonna put it in. It has to be above all the others in B. It feels bad putting it in B. No, I'm gonna put it low A. I think it deserves it. It was really fucking good. Haikyuu. I watched all of the seasons of Haikyuu apart from To The Top. I haven't seen any of the To The Top seasons. I think I watched the Shira Torizawa seasons. I believe so. I don't remember how. Wait, let me check. How much have I seen of Haikyuu? Haikyuu. Okay, I watched season 1, season 2, Karasuno versus Shira Torizawa. I watched that. And then yeah, I haven't seen To The Top 1 or 2 or the movie. So this is where we stand with where did I drop it? Haikyuu. I think that this is my favorite sports anime. Yeah, Ping Pong. I don't count Ping Pong as a sports anime. It's not. It's a live anime. Yeah, Haikyuu is my favorite sports anime, and it is just undistilled hype. Kind of like how Black Clover is for action anime, action shonen. I think Haikyuu is comparable to that in the field of sports shonen. And I think it deserves to go. I am more invested in Black Clover than I am in Haikyuu, so it deserves to go there. Okay. Ooh, Fairy Tail. We are gonna be starting some wars here, aren't we? Fairy Tail. I watched this when I was probably like 15, 16, something like that, teenager. I enjoyed a lot of parts of it. I like the relationship between all of the cast in it. I liked how the relationships were actually evolving and how there were actually like people starting to date and stuff like that. I liked that. I watched only the first 175 episodes plus a tiny bit of like a newer one. I don't remember what it was called, the second season. I got to a point where they like went to like an island and then they were stuck on that island and then suddenly we had like a few years time skip and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then I stopped watching it. I think it was... Is it bad or is it okay? Ooh, is it better than all of these here? I think so. It's not better than the others here though. Yeah, it's about here. I was invested in it. It's actually it's here. It's here. Yeah, it's here. Shigatsu Akimi no Uso or Your Lie in April. I actually rewatched Your Lie in April fairly recently because I watched it first when I was a lot younger, and I think that the first half of Your Lie in April would be high incredible. It's absolutely insane, the character writing that they did for Arima Kose. His character in the first part was absolutely incredible. And then in the second half, there were two things that happened that I did not like. I'm not gonna spoil it. Because I actually liked the ending. I like the way they did the final 2 or 3 episodes. I actually really liked it. I thought it was really emotional and really hard-hitting. I really liked it. I think what I didn't like was the Tsubaki arc. I did not enjoy those. I think it was 2 episodes or 3 episodes of Tsubaki. I did not like that arc. Because I was never really attached to Tsubaki, and also I never rooted for her. So I was like, I don't really need this arc. And also the entire rival, or not rival, but like that guy's little sister arc. I did not like that arc at all. That arc felt really shoehorned in. It kind of felt like it was put in only to develop the thing happening with Saori, is that her name? The main girl. So it felt like that was the only reason why it was there. And then the ending I really liked. I'm gonna put it in. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. The music in it is absolutely incredible, and the animation is incredible. The first half is still incredible. The second half brings it down, unfortunately. Trinity Seven. Trinity Seven is forgettable. The only thing I remember from it is some of the character designs were really nice. It's actually below this. Yeah, it's here. Shokugeki no Soma. Food Wars. Food Wars, for me, this is another one that's sometimes a bit controversial because I know people have varying opinions on it. So, let's go through it. So I know that it drops off the further you watch, right? It becomes worse and worse. I watched all of it, by the way, all like 6 seasons or whatever it is, including the one that they're like on a beach for like an entire season. So I think the reason I watched Shokugeki and I enjoyed it is because I like cooking, and I just liked seeing what kind of dishes they came up with. I did not care at all about the story. I did not care about who won, who didn't win, the relationships and stuff like that. Like, okay, I kind of cared about it, but it was never my priority. So for me, I just wanted to see more interesting dishes, and I think every single season delivered on some interesting dishes. And I think I enjoyed all of the dishes, or all of the seasons, apart the only season that I would say was noticeably very bad was the final one on the beach. But the second one, I was like, you know what, this just reminds me of like a OVA type of season. So I was like, I'm just gonna look at this as if it's an OVA. And the second I started watching that season as if it's an OVA, I actually enjoyed it a lot more. I actually liked it a lot when I watched it. Okay, this is just an OVA, a summer special OVA, and it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna put this in. I enjoyed it a lot. Did I enjoy it more than some of these here? I cannot put it above Ping Pong. I enjoyed it more than Shigatsu, though. Okay. Ure Monogatari, My Love Story. I think... I don't want to spend too much time talking about it because I forgot a lot about it. I remember enjoying it a lot. It was great. Here. It was great. It was just a really, really good shoujo romance. I enjoyed it. Death Parade, one of the best anime openings of all time. Bradio killed it. The story was really interesting. It is above Shokugeki, and it is incredible. It's just an incredibly solid anime with a banger opening. Okay, One Punch Man. Now, this is a bit of a place for discussion, isn't it? So, season 1 of One Punch Man. Probably here. Maybe even here. Season 2 of One Punch Man was enjoyable. It wasn't dog shit like people say it, to me at least. It wasn't dog shit. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed the story in season 2. Season 2 is definitely I say forgettable. It's one of those shonens that you watch and you're like, okay, I enjoyed it. This was fun. I'm not gonna think about it too much. Season 1 is one of those anime that still sticks out to me. I still think back to some of the moments in season 1. A lot of the moments in season 2 were just extremely underwhelming. It felt like a PowerPoint presentation at points. The story was decent though, so I'm still gonna put it. It's carried by season 1. How much can season 1 carry it? It's below Birdie Wing. Yeah, okay. Hibike Euphonium. Okay, so I wanted to put this one here because I see people, this is one of the anime that people were recommending to check, for me to check out, because I wanted to check out music anime, right? I'm watching music anime on the channel. So I was like, you know what? People were like, you know what? You should check out Hibike Euphonium. Their season 3 just finished airing, and it's really, really good. And I watched the first 2 seasons, and I think it's incredible. Yeah, I'm down to put it above Food Wars. It's incredible. It has some incredible music, incredible character writing. I remember how season 2 ended. I think there's like a movie or like an OVA or something after season 1, then there's season 3. I would need to rewatch in its entirety to actually realize or to remember what's happening, because I forgot almost everything. The only thing I remember from it is how season 2 ends, with like the tournament and stuff like that. I remember how it ends, and I remember being happy but a tiny bit underwhelmed by it, because I was like, okay, I can see why they ended it like that, but I kind of wished it would have ended a bit differently. But I remember that, and it was incredible. I just enjoyed it a lot, but I don't remember anything from it apart from the ending of season 2. So I kind of want to rewatch it and then watch season 3 at some point, but who knows when we'll have the time for that. Parasyte The Maxim. It was about here. Parasyte was aight. It had some dubs. The only thing I remember from Parasyte is the dubstep. It was fun. It was bloody. It was a lot of blood. I remember liking the ending. I remember the ending happening. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of sick. And I remember the dubstep in it. This, by the way, this doesn't mean that it's bad at all. That still means I enjoyed it. It just doesn't mean that it's like something that sticks out to me a lot. I think the most memorable thing from Parasyte was the dubstep in it. It definitely wasn't a perfect show, far from it, but it was fun. Okay, where were we? Plastic Memories. So this was probably the anime that I watched after Angel Beats. I was like, I need something to cry to. I want to watch an anime that I can cry to. And I watched Plastic Memories, and it was okay. Like, it was good. It was a fun anime with some sad, I guess, ending. It was good. It was good. Yeah, that's about it. Speaking of which, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, one of the biggest disappointments in all of anime. Maeda Jun made this anime, and I enjoyed the first half a lot. It was really, really good. And then I enjoyed a few more episodes, and then what the fuck was the ending? They crammed like a season worth of information into one episode at the end, and then just ended it, and it was a dog shit ending. I still think that everything else that happened in the show put it above bad. I still enjoyed it, and I would put it still above all of these anime. Here. Everything up until, like, it got progressively worse, but the ending, it was definitely dog shit. Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches, one of the first anime that I ever watched. I remember it being good. That's all I remember. I remember them being like changing, like swapping bodies and like having some magical powers. It was enjoyable. Probably on the same level as Baka Test. I remember the opening is still a banger. The opening is still such a banger. Okay. Oh god, Imoto Umaru-chan. Oh, this is just bad, no? This just has to be. This is just bad. The only good thing about Imoto Umaru-chan is the animation was good because the Doga Kobo, and some of the character designs were actually pretty cute. Apart from that, they just had one of the most annoying main characters ever, right? Umaru is just incredibly just not a fun character to watch. She was just a piece of shit. She was just a piece of shit. Yeah, that's about it. Korewa Zombie Deska, I think this is. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think I enjoyed this. I don't remember anything from it. I'm putting this one here because it's forgettable, not because it's bad, because it's forgettable. I don't remember anything about it. Also, I'm gonna put this one higher. Actually, no. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put this below this one's here. Yes. Okay. I don't remember anything from it. Lovely Complex. Lovely Complex was on the... Actually, I would put it even above. I think it was just a better romance. I think it was a shoujo romance, if I remember. It's been a while. I think it's a shoujo romance, and I think it's a bit better than Ore Monogatari. it's still really, it's just a really solid romance. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, Seitokai Yaku Indomo, a really interesting comedy. It's a comedy that's really, how should I say it? Not ecchi necessarily, but it just has a lot of dirty jokes in it, like a lot. And in a way that's not overly, it's not like Prison School or something like that, which we'll be getting to eventually. But it's just in a way that's kind of, it actually is kind of funny. I enjoyed it. I think it was a great comedy. I would put it above, I would put it below this, yeah. I think it was just a really fun comedy. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it. Assassination Classroom. Season 1. Okay, some parts of Assassination Classroom deserve to be in Masterpiece. It's one of my favorite anime. I do think that there were some parts that were a bit more slow in it. I do think that some parts were extremely slice of lifey, which I enjoyed, but they weren't helping it be in like Masterpiece. I would put it above here. I'm really emotionally invested in these anime here. That's why I'm not putting it above. But I enjoyed it a lot. As you can see, it's here. It's still on my top 6 out of these ones here. Princess Mononoke. It's easily my favorite Ghibli movie. In saying that, I've only seen 2 Ghibli movies, I believe. I think I've only seen this one and another one that we'll be getting to, which you guys can probably guess which one it is. Actually, I think I saw Ponyo when I was like on TV or something like that, and I don't think I've seen it fully. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite one. I love Princess Mononoke. Where would I put it? It was really good. I don't remember much from it though. I remember it being just really good. I remember the deer. I remember it being really dark. I wouldn't put it in Masterpiece because I don't remember enough from it. It's not gonna stick with me. So I'm gonna put it here. Might as well. Is it actually below these ones? Yeah, fuck it. It's below these ones. K-On! I enjoyed K-On! A lot. I think it's very similar to how Chunibyo was for me. I definitely was more emotionally invested in Chunibyo than K-On! I'm gonna put it... Was I more invested in K-On! Or Sakurasou? K-On! I really was invested in the K-On! Girls when I watched it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I really wanted to play the guitar after watching K-On! Luckily, I did not follow through. I know I would have been awful at it, but it was still really fun. Show and Sample, that's just bad. That was just dog shit. That's a dog shit ecchi anime. I don't know why I watched this. I think it just came out when I was watching it, and I was like, you know what, let me watch this, and it was bad. Konosuba, especially the first 2 seasons and the movie, because season 3 is something that we watched on the channel, which was really good as well. I think season 1 and 2 would be here. The movie puts it here. The movie was incredible. I'm not gonna include season 3 because I think season 3 is at least as good as the first 2 seasons. I haven't made up my mind. Yeah, season 3 definitely doesn't pull it back, but also I don't think it elevates it to Masterpiece. It was just as good as the rest of Konosuba. So yeah, Konosuba is fucking fantastic. Okay. Oh my god. Erased. The first few episodes of Erased were like here. Great. Somewhere around here. And then you start seeing a few things that kind of take you out of it. So first of all, they're supposed to be like kids who are like, what, 7, 8 years old. And they are smarter than like the fully adult police officers. I'm like, come on now, what are we doing here? And then also another thing is there's this weird romantic tension between like the guy who's like 30 something and the 8-year-old girl. And I'm like, come on, what are we doing here? Come on. and then the ending was there, and you were like, come the fuck on. It was, I mean, still above Fairy Tail. I honestly had more fun with Akame Ga Kill than with Erased. Yeah, okay. Akame Ga Kill was at least some dumb fun. Erased was just a disappointment. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. So this is the same director as Attack on Titan, I believe. This had some great OSTs. It also, I think, was it Hiroyuki Sawano? Maybe. It also had some incredible character designs, and I generally think the story was actually really good at some point. It wasn't as good as Gosick, but it was still good. It was still enjoyable. My Hero Academia. I watched the first 2 seasons of it. This is purely based off of the first 2 seasons. So, I heard that season 6 is incredible. As I said, this is first 2 seasons. I heard that season like 5 is dog shit. So, based on first 2 seasons, I'm gonna put it. It was. I'm trying to see how it ranks about among some of the other ones. I enjoyed season 1 was like a 7.5. Season 2 was like maybe an 8. No, I would say season 1 was a 7. Season 2 was a 7.5. I do think that the best part of the first 2 seasons was definitely the All Might versus Nomu fight. Is that his name, Nomu? That fight was definitely the best, but I think season 2 had some of the consistently better moments. I think it's just low grade. First seasons were great of Season Hero. Yeah, it's above Non Biyori. It's above Little Witch. It's not above that Zero no Tsukaima. Okay, Koi no Katachi. This movie is a mess. Okay, so there is another movie in this that we'll be getting to. Let's just do it now because I want to talk about it. Kimi no Nawa is a incredible movie. I watched Kimi no Nawa probably like over 20 times by now. Whether it's watching reactions or just watching it by myself, I watched it way too many times. I watched Your Name, or not Your Name, Koi no Katachi, A Silent Voice, 1 time. A Silent Voice is my favorite anime movie of all time. I cannot bring myself to watch it again. I remember I felt so much pain watching A Silent Voice, and that is the kind of experience that's gonna stick with me. And I know I watched it back when it first aired in like 2016, I think. And I still to this day think about this movie fairly frequently, and I have only watched it once. Kimi no Nawa is an incredible experience, and I feel like it's also an incredible cinematic experience if you go to the movies and watch it, which I unfortunately didn't get the chance to do. But I think that Kimi no Nawa is just a fun movie that I can put on at any time and just enjoy it, and I can put it on as like a background noise as well because it has some incredible music in it. Koi no Katachi is a story that definitely moved me a lot, and it hurt me a lot, and it was just a lot. It's just incredible. So yeah, this is my verdict on the movies. Planetarian or Planetarium. I don't know why I watched this. I remember crying at the end. I remember it being weird and ending on with me crying. I remember enjoying it, so it was enjoyable. It's not as enjoyable as Gosick or as this. Is it better than Plastic Memories? No, it's not. But it's also not better than that and that. It's here. It's here. No, it's not that's high. It's better than Charlotte. Okay. Yeah, it had a really sad ending. That's all I remember from it. Okay, next. Yuri on Ice. I enjoyed Yuri on Ice. I think it was great. I think that I didn't really care that much about the entire situation between the relationships between the guys. I just enjoyed seeing a lot about ice skating because we didn't get to see much. I don't remember watching any other anime about ice skating, and I was really interested in it, and I really liked the music in it as well. And some of the animation, especially in the first half of Yuri on Ice, was really good. And yeah, my favorite part of it was just seeing how ice skating works and stuff like that. So I had a lot of fun with it. Tsukigakire one of the most realistic depictions of high school romance, or maybe was it high school? Maybe it was even middle school. And I think it's better than Ura Monogatari, lower than Lovely Complex. No, it's actually even higher. I would put it even higher here. I'd put it here. It was a great romance. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. World End. This is such a long title. I enjoyed this. It was definitely. It felt like it was. Let me first put it somewhere. Here. No. It deserves to get here. It's a light novel adaptation, and it felt like, I don't know how many novels it adapted in like a span of like 1 or 2 cours that it had, but it felt extremely rushed. But even still, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ending. My mouth was open when I was watching the ending. I was like, what's going on? This is actually sick. So I really enjoyed this anime. I kind of want to read the light novel of this. I think it's supposed to be pretty good, so I kind of want to read it maybe at some point. But yeah, the story is actually really enjoyable in this one, and I remember crying at the end as well. It was good. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ. Burn It With Fire, man. This is just dog shit. Nothing much to say. Great animation. That's about it. Okay. Blend S. Apart from the opening, which everyone knows, I watched Blend S, and I found it to be fun. I would put it at a similar level as Non Biyori, actually, just slightly below it. Oh, I can't put it above Gosick. It's below Gosick. Actually, I'm gonna put Gosick up. Okay. Yeah, this is how it's gonna be. Blend S was enjoyable. It was just enjoyable. It didn't go above and beyond. It was just enjoyable. I liked it. I liked the characters in it. It was fun. Devilman Crybaby. The more time that passes, it's a Masaki Yuasa anime as well. And the more time that passes, the more I'm realizing I need to rewatch this because I can't remember everything. Based on my initial first time viewing of it, it would go in... Here. I think I would need to rewatch it, as I said. I remember it having an incredible ending. Absolutely incredible. My mind was blown at the ending. And it was just an incredible series from Masaki Yuasa. The artistic vision in it was absolutely crazy. It's a very artsy anime. And I remember being way too young to watch it, but I did watch it. Actually, no, I wasn't that young. But it was in my late teens, or maybe even early 20s. I don't remember. But it was really good. I really liked it. It's very different from what I'm used to in anime, but it's still really good. Masaki Yuasa is just a very talented director, and you can see it here. It shines through his artistic vision, and it's just an incredible adaptation as well, and an incredible remake or reimagining of an old IP. So I just really enjoyed it. It's great. This is one of the reasons why sometimes Netflix picking up like anime is actually a good thing, because you get gems like this. Speaking of gems, okay, Made in Abyss. Now, if you know me, then there is one thing that I am adamant about, and that is Made in Abyss is my favorite anime of all time. Made in Abyss is my favorite anime of all time. Is it perfect? No. It's not perfect. It has its flaws. Does it need to be perfect to be my favorite anime? No. It needs to be unique, and it needs to give me an experience that I am never gonna forget for at least like the next decade. And I can safely say that Made in Abyss gave me an experience that I'm not gonna forget for a long time. And there is no other anime on here, apart from maybe A Silent Voice, which is number 2 here right now at least, that gave me an experience that was as powerful as Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is not a fun anime to watch. It's not a great anime to recommend. It is not an anime that you watch to enjoy. It's an anime that you watch to feel and to get an experience out of it. And it is horrible. It is horrific at times. It is uncomfortable. It is straight up just horrifying. But it is also one of the most beautiful and one of the most I was the amount of times that I felt happiness in this anime being crushed by despair, and then it kind of going back into like hope, and then that being also turned into sadness, and then into sorrow, and then into maybe just seeing a new goal and just maybe clinging on to something new. It is incredible how much of a journey this anime sends you on. It's a one of a kind, and I don't think I'm ever gonna watch an anime that I'm gonna like as much as I like this one. I don't know how it's gonna end up ending, because I'm pretty sure the manga is ongoing very, very slowly. There's a few chapters that were out from the ending of season 2. And I'm pretty sure that the next season that's gonna eventually drop is probably gonna end up being the last, since we're going into... I'm not gonna spoil, actually. I'm not gonna spoil. But also, how I would rank the seasons. Season 1 was a 9 out of 10. The movie was an 8 point... No, the season 1 was like a 9.3. The movie was like a 9. I think this movie was just slightly too fast at times. Like it felt like I couldn't get attached to one of the characters in the movie. And they were really trying to make me attached to them. But it didn't have enough time. That's how I felt about it. I still liked it a lot. And season 2 was a 10 out of 10. So yeah. Okay. Speaking of my favorite anime of all time, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. My favorite isekai of all time, and my second favorite anime of all time. Am I feeling comfortable with putting it in Masterpiece? No. I know this sounds counterintuitive. This is not a list of my favorite anime necessarily. This is just how good an anime is. And not subjective, not objectively, but subjectively. How good I found this anime to be. It's not... I think Naruto would be in my top 10 favorite anime of all time, and Attack on Titan would not be in my top 10 favorite anime of all time. But I think Attack on Titan is a better anime. That's why this is the ranking. Yeah, it's also kind of me just making up stuff on the spot. I would put Slime here. Him here. This is the most invested in any world that I've ever been. Here. Yep, it's too early for Oshi No Ko. It's too early. This is the most invested I've been in any world, and still, even with season 3. Season 3 has been going strong. I really am enjoying season 3 so far, and also I've read up to volume 16, including 16, in the light novels, and it's just an incredibly well written world, and a great power system, a great like political scheme going on with everything, and it's just a great kingdom building anime, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I know it's not for everyone. I know not everyone's gonna be like, oh, Slime is so good, but I personally, it's definitely an anime that I gel with and I vibe with, and it's really, really good. I really enjoy it. Okay, now Tokyo Ghoul. This is a fan favorite, isn't it? Or at least it used to be. It is. Season 1 is great. Season 2 is bad. Tokyo Ghoul in its entirety. Is it better than Akame Ga Kill? I only watched the first 2 seasons, by the way. Rute and the first season. It's better than Erased. It's not better than Sword Art Online, honestly. Yeah, it's here. Okay. I think it's better than Akame Ga Kill. I may have enjoyed Akame Ga Kill a bit more just because of how bad it was. But I think Tokyo Ghoul was still... it had its moments. Season 1 was actually pretty fun. It wasn't perfect. But it was fun. It was fun. It was really edgy. And if you watch it as a teenager, it's a pretty good show for its time, you know? So it was good. It was good. Okay. Now, moving on to the real shit. Hinamatsuri. Hinamatsuri is, in my opinion... I'm trying to see where I would place it. Here. Hinamatsuri is an incredible anime. Absolutely incredible. The amount of times I cried and laughed at the same time in this anime, I don't think there's another anime that beats it. I was crying, I was laughing, I was having a great time. It's just an anime about a Yakuza guy trying to raise a daughter. and her being an absolute piece of shit. And some incredible animation sequences in this, some incredible voice acting, and just an incredible story. I wish we got a season 2, but it wasn't popular enough, unfortunately. Okay, wow, we still have a lot. Next up, we have Bunny Girl Senpai. I enjoyed Bunny Girl Senpai. I think it was... Yeah, I think it deserves to go up here. It was just a really, really witty dialogue and great chemistry between the main characters. Romance, drama, comedy? I didn't watch the movie. I started watching the movie and I kind of was getting a bit bored, so I stopped watching it. Maybe I'm gonna watch it at some point. I think there's a new part with like the sister, I think, or something like that. I don't remember. But I just watched the main series and that's it, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, really good. Demon Slayer. Okay. A lot of you guys probably don't know that I watched Demon Slayer because I didn't watch season 4 when it was airing recently on the channel. That's because I did not finish season 3 yet. I watched the first 2 seasons, and let me say this. Season 1, I enjoyed season 1 up until the spider arc, and I would say it's great. I think season 1, up until the spider arc, had its boring moments, but it was just standard shonen with some really nice animation. It was great. And then the spider arc hit. And episode 19, of course, I'm gonna be that normie guy, okay? I know everyone likes episode 19. Episode 19 is still, out of all of the anime that are on here, especially, let's talk about action shonens, it is the single best action and episode, or it's the single best episode of any action shonen that I've seen up to date, still. Even after watching all of, like, Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that, it's still the single best episode, or the single episode that got me the most hyped out of any action shonen. It still set a standard that nothing else has touched for a single episode. There have been arcs in shonen that are better than that. For example, season 2 of the arc, the entire entertainment industry arc, or entertainment district, that's it, entertainment district arc of Demon Slayer is better than the spider arc. But there's no one single episode that I could take out of the entertainment district arc and say that this one episode is better than episode 19. Episode 19, as a package, I still go back and rewatch it sometimes, and I cry out of how hype it is. I end that episode with tears rolling down my cheeks and my mouth being open, and I cannot stop. I can just not stop trembling when watching that episode because it's so hype. It's so hype. It's just art. That episode is art. Season 2, incredible. Uzui, an incredible character. The only character that I would say in Demon Slayer that I actually really liked. Other characters were either lukewarm or unlikable for me. I guess I kind of liked, what's the guy's name? Inosuke. I kind of liked Inosuke. Inosuke is cool. The other characters were kind of okay. And then I started watching season 3, and it was kind of slow. It kind of nothing happened. It had like such a... I really didn't like the Mist Hashira. He was kind of boring, and I kind of didn't really care about Mitsuri or whatever her name is, Mutsuri. She didn't really have much of a character. I felt like she was only there for the boobs. And I kept watching because usually what Demon Slayer likes doing is they're gonna save a big battle for the end, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until the end and see what people are talking about it, and if it gets good again. I watched 7 episodes, I think, and I think season 3 was pretty boring for the first 7 episodes. So I was like, if it gets better later on, I'm gonna pick it back up. And apparently there was no like big fight. There was something to do with like the story that happened later on that I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm not watching Demon Slayer for the story. So I was like, you know what, maybe if it gets insane later on in later seasons, I'm gonna pick it back up. And then I heard that season 4, apart from like the final episode, is kind of meh. So I was like, you know what, I'm just not gonna pick it back up. I think first 2 seasons of Demon Slayer were great. Yeah. I think season 2 would be high incredible. I think everything up until the spider arc would be low great. It's great. I'm gonna put it here. I think it deserves it. I just talked about how incredible episode 19 is. It deserves it. It's gonna go there. Yep. Okay. Hunter x Hunter. To me, Hunter x Hunter has a kind of similar situation with Attack on Titan. It's not an anime that I personally feel attached to, but I definitely like. It's definitely the best action shonen that I've seen ever. It's not my favorite, but it's the best action shonen that I've seen. And I think it would be doing it a disservice to not put it in Masterpiece. So if you're wondering, what's your ranking, Matt? Why is something that's not your favorite up here? I don't know. It's just like all over the place. I'm just putting it based on my mood. That's why I'm trying to explain it as I'm talking about it. I'm kind of walking you guys through my thought process as well. There's no like deeper meaning to all of these rankings. But it's the best action shonen that I've seen. Every arc is a banger. Some arcs are better than others. The Chimera Ant arc is my favorite arc in all of anime. In all of action shonen. Let's say that. The Chimera Ant arc is my favorite. And Meruem and the Royal Guards are my favorite villains in all of anime. And Gon is one of my favorite main characters in all of anime as well. Gon is my favorite character from Hunter x Hunter when it comes to the good guys. Meruem and the Royal Guards, especially Neferpito, are my favorite bad guys, favorite villains from all of anime, not just Hunter x Hunter. So yeah, that's why Hunter x Hunter is the GOAT. That's why it's up here. Promare, I don't remember much from it. It's a Trigger movie. I remember it being good. It had some good animation. It was better than all of these, that's for sure. Yeah, it was here. It had also Hiroki Sawano for the soundtrack. So it was a good movie. I'm just not a big movie guy. Mob Psycho 100 is a modern masterpiece. It is the best animation that you can find in current anime. Consistently the best. It is consistently the best animation in any anime that I've seen personally. It is a passion project, and you can tell from all of the animators from Studio Bones. They definitely put 135% of them into this anime, and it's definitely a product that just shines. It's so polished. It's so polished. The story is one of the best human dramas that I've ever watched. It's incredible. And if you guys know me, you know I like my human dramas, and I think Mob definitely is probably my favorite main character in any anime. And Reigen is probably my favorite side character in any anime. So I feel like it's just a given that it goes up here. Some of the best action animation, some of the best OSTs, and some of the best character development that I've seen. And yeah, just incredible. Real Life was fun. Especially the OVA finished the story. I remember finishing this and being like, whoa, okay, what now? I feel like we have some plot points left. And then I was like, oh, there's an OVA, let me watch that. Maybe it addresses something. And it did, actually. The OVA actually finished the story. And Real Life is gonna go, it's above Yuri on Ice. It's above those two as well. It's here. It was fun. It was great. I had fun with it. In this corner of the world. This is an incredible movie. This is a movie that talks about... wait. This is a movie that talks about the tragedies of World War II, specifically the atomic bombing of World War II. And it basically talks about a girl who, I believe I don't remember the exact story, but I remember her being, it's basically how she dealt with her surroundings being, you know, destroyed by the atomic bombs. And it wasn't that she was in direct contact with it, but it was more so her dealing with like being sent to a place where after it was already destroyed and dealing with that, from what I remember. And it's also told in a really non-biased way, because a lot of war movies can be told from like this perspective of like the winners or whatever. It's told just purely as a story of a person that's going through those times. It's not talking about the political side or about the war. It's talking about a person going through those times, and it's really, really good. It's by Studio Mappa. It's just an incredible movie. Please watch it if you haven't already. It's incredible. Kobayashi's Maid Dragon, I've only watched season 1, and I thought the season 1 was great. Yeah, it was great. I might want to pick up season 2, but I did hear that it's really good as well. So I might want to watch it. The season 1 was really good. Kakegurui is similar thing. I only watched season 1. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as the others. It was enjoyable. I would put it above Bland Ass. It was enjoyable. It had some fun moments. That's about it. Okay, this is one that I got recommendations to watch, actually, but I'm gonna talk about it here because I have already seen it, in fact. And that is A Place Further Than the Universe. And this anime is... Where should I put this one? Better than that. Is it better than that? Yeah, it's here. This anime is incredible. It is an anime that It's an anime that hits, and it's not just an anime about... It's not a slice of life anime. It's because it has like... It's just a bunch of girls working towards a goal that they have, and it's a coming of age anime, and also it's a cute girls doing incredible things, and they are going together to Antarctica, and one of the girls wants to find their mom, and the other girls are kind of helping, and they're kind of figuring out how to work together, how relationships work, how they all have different issues that they need to work out. And some of the scenes in this made me cry so much more than some of the more sad anime. And that's telling. It's an incredible tale. My brother recommended this to me, and he was like, you know what, you should watch this because it's really good. And he was right. It's really good. Inuyashiki. I believe this is it Mappa or Madhouse? I don't remember. This was an interesting anime, a weird one as well. It was great. Yeah, it was better than this. It was good. It was great. It had some really interesting moments in it. It was just wacky. It was really wacky. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I was kind of dealing with like a guy who... It kind of like starts off as like, you know, the movie The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman, where he's like, they're like dying, and they are like, you know what, let's just do something with our lives. But then goes into a completely different way. And if you want something like really absurd but really weird, but like really good, really fun, I definitely recommend this one. It's a lot of fun. Overlord. Overlord goes into... I watched all 4 seasons, by the way, of Overlord. It goes into... Can I actually... Here. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. I think that the part that Overlord suffers from the most is the fact that it builds up a lot of things, and then those build-ups never lead to something huge. It always feels like it's building up to something, and then something maybe happens, but it never hits as hard as maybe it should have. It doesn't feel like the payoff usually is very satisfying in it. I think that's why it's not incredible, but I think the world building and the characters and stuff like that are incredibly written in this. I just do think that the sound of build, how it's building up to something, and then it's building and and then something happens, and you're like, okay, so it's building up to this, but why did it not feel satisfying? That's my only critique of Overlord. Obviously, some of the animation is a bit meh, but like honestly, it didn't bother me. I remember the ending of season 3. I was laughing my ass off during that finale, and it was just a lot of fun. I remember the soldiers clapping and me just losing it. That was just fun. So yeah, Clanad, and including Clanad After Story. So the first Clanad would go into okay, enjoyable. Clanad After Story would go into great. I would not put it in masterpiece or incredible. Sorry guys, I know a lot of you guys would. I felt like Clanad, I had to force myself to cry. I was like, guy, it's kind of similarly to how I felt with Anohana. I was like, oh god, everyone cried here, let me force myself to cry. They're playing the sad song, let's cry. That's how I felt with Clanad After Story. It was a sad situation. It just didn't feel like it made me cry, especially now watching some anime that I would say are a lot more made me cry in a more natural way. Something like March Comes In Like a Lion. I think that is way better written when it comes to like making you cry and stuff like that, and it's better written than any of these here. Do I think it's better than Anohana? Where is Anohana? Where is Anohana? Oh, is it Anohana? Wait, where did I put Anohana? Oh, up down here. Ooh. Oh. Wow. I don't think it's better than Anohana, so I can't put it up here. I think Anohana is a lot faster, and I think the first part of Clannad is just so hard to get through. I did not enjoy the first half of Clannad. So I think it's below Anohana, because Anohana is just faster to getting you to that emotional climax. Isekai Quartet, that's a fun one. It was actually really, really good. I really enjoyed Isekai Quartet. It's fun. I enjoyed it a lot. It just felt like a new season of Konosuba with like different characters in it. A lot of fun. I didn't watch season 2. I only watched season 1. So yeah, really fun. Kaguya-sama Love is War goes into Kaguya-sama's. Yep. I haven't seen the movie, by the way. I might want to watch the movie, but as I said, I'm not a big movie guy. I prefer series over movies. But I kind of want to watch the movie at some point. But yeah, apart from that, I really liked Kaguya-sama. I think I want to discuss it a tiny bit, because I think that Kaguya-sama has some of the best comedy that I've seen in any modern anime, or any anime at all. I think, yeah, has some of the best comedy. I think it's a better comedy than it is a romance. I do think that the slowest parts, or the parts that I disliked the most out of Kaguya, were the romantic, like, was the arc in the end of season 3. I know this, I'm gonna get hate for this. I think that arc, I was kind of like, okay, can we go back to the club room and just making jokes? Because I liked those skit moments that they had in the club room way more than the actual romantic developments. I also liked the character developments, don't get me wrong. I love the character developments, but a lot of them were made really, really naturally without like getting rid of the jokes and stuff like that. Like during the jokes, the character developments would happen and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed that. Also enjoyed like Ishigami's character development and stuff like that. I just think that the entire scene at the end of season 3 hits way harder in some other romances than it does in Kaguya. I think in Kaguya, the romantic part of it didn't hit me as hard as some other romances. And speaking of that, actually not, we're gonna get to some other romances in this as we go. So I'm gonna talk more about that later. But one of the romances that's on here as well, Tonikawa, or Tonikaku Kawaii, it's just a great romance. Is it better? I think it's better than Ore Monogatari. No, it's not. It's just below Ore Monogatari. Tonikawa is just a lot of fun. It's just really cute. It's just really, really wholesome, really, really cute. About a couple that gets married in like episode 1, and then they're trying to get to know each other, and it's just really wholesome. I think it's based on like Kaguya, Hime, and stuff like that. Really interesting concept, and really, really fun. Okay. Oh god. Am I gonna get the... I'm gonna get shit on, guys. I'm gonna get shit on. I'm so sorry for this right now. I am so sorry for this. Vinland Saga was season 1. Only season 1. Only season 1 was... I'm trying to see where to put it. I'm trying to make up my mind. Whoa. Okay, no, it's not here. It's not here. It's okay, guys, hear me out. I enjoyed the first 5. If the first 5 episodes of Vinland Saga are probably in like high incredible for me. I actually shed a tear at times during the first 5 episodes, and then there's like 15 episodes of them just going around and Thorfinn being a mad guy and like just being mad at everyone and combating. I know I'm gonna get shit on, but like I did not enjoy the middle part of Vinland Saga season 1. Because it felt so obvious to me what they were trying to do, right? It felt so obvious. They were trying to make it so Thorfinn understands that violence is not the answer, right? And every time they were like, Thorfinn did something violent, they were like, oh, that's not what being a warrior means. And then Thorfinn was like, and then do it again. And then, and then do it again. And then, it just kind of felt a bit boring. It was just kind of like, okay, I get it. Come on, Thorfinn. I get that his character is like that. He doesn't understand what his father wants for him, and I get that what his father meant is that a true warrior doesn't need to fight, shouldn't be fighting, right? And the Thorfinn is gonna need to understand that. But it just felt I just didn't like the way that it was presented in the anime. It just felt a bit meh for me, at least in the middle part. I really enjoyed the first 5 episodes, and I really enjoyed the last 4 episodes where with Canute and Askeladd and stuff like that. I really enjoyed those parts. The middle part is definitely bringing it down here. I haven't seen season 2, as I said, but yeah. Yeah, sorry guys. I know I'm gonna get shit on for this. Okay. Okay, but moving on to some better anime. sorry. High School DxD. Jesus Christ. So, story time. High School DxD is the very first anime that I ever watched. My friend was like, hey, I was like at my friend's place and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna show you something really, really cool. So come on here. Make sure to lock the door here so my mom doesn't come in, and check this out. And he went to like YouTube and he was like, High School DxD Part 1 Sub Espanol. And he showed me this and I was like, no way, they're actually showing boobs? And yeah, it was epic. I watched the first 3 seasons of it, I think. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, I'm biased because it's my first anime that I ever watched. But in saying that, I think that it deserves to go. Come on. Oh my god. Here. Yes, I'm biased, okay? I'm biased, okay? No, I'm gonna put it here. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I had fun with it. Would I enjoy it as much now? No, 100% no. It's a product of its time, and it's a product of your own age. I would not enjoy it as much now, but back in the day, I enjoyed it a lot. So, it deserves some praise. Anos Voldigode. The first season. I haven't seen the second season. But I still think it deserves to go somewhere. It deserves to go. I enjoyed it more than Kakegurui. It was a fun first season. It was fun. It's one of the better fantasies in like a fantasy world. That's not like One Punch Man, you know? So yeah, it was fun. Nothing much to add there. 5 centimeters per second. Masaki Yuasa, I believe, right? I did not enjoy 5 centimeters per second. It was the best out of these ones. I did not enjoy it. It was way too slow for me. I know it's supposed to be like really symbolic and like stuff like that. I did not enjoy it personally. It's not did I say Masaki Yuasa? I meant Makoto Shinkai. It's a Makoto Shinkai movie, right? Yeah. I know it's like really symbolic and like 5 centimeters per second is like the velocity at which the cherry blossom petals fall from the tree, and it's actually supposed to be really symbolic and stuff. I did not enjoy it that much. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, and I watched most of Z. Actually, 2/3 of Z. About 200 episodes of Z. I watched it in English. It's good. It's good. It's definitely good. It's better than My Hero. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna start so many words in the comments. It's better than. It's here. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun watching Dragon Ball until it got to like a really. I don't remember where I left off. I think it was like at the Satan part and stuff like that. Like a tournament. Yeah. It was just fun though. Prison School. Prison School was great. It's not incredible. It's great. It's great. Where is it? Is it above? Well, if it comes to story, I feel like it's a. I'm gonna have to rep High School DxD. Prison School was a lot of no. I'm gonna rep High School DxD because High School DxD gets some points for nostalgia. Okay, you have to excuse my points for nostalgia here. Because this is my list. But Prison School was still a lot of fun. Some really unhinged plot points in it. It was just fun. Mieruko-chan. So this is an anime that actually surprised me by being really, really a lot better than I expected it to be. And there's a season 2 announced. I think it actually recently got announced, I believe. So I'm excited for that. But it surprised me how much fun Mieruko-chan was. It's just a girl who can see ghosts, and it's shot in a very suggestive way for some reason. But because it's Studio Passion, who does a lot of ecchi shows, but it's a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think I would put it above Sakurasou. It's here. Oh, no, it's here. It's here. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. It had some really good animation as well. It was just fun. The other Spirited Away movie that I was talking about earlier. Okay, oh, no, Spirited Away, Ghibli movie. So, Spirited Away, I like Spirited Away. It's not as good as Princess Mononoke. It is. It's still really good though. It's here. It's here. It's still really good. Also, I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah, it's still good. Nothing much else to add there. I watched it as a kid. I watched it as an adult. It's good. Okay. Zankyu no Terror, or Terror in Resonance, Resonance in Terror, something like that is the English title. It's a Yoko Kanno OST. I was too young to really listen to the OST when I first watched it, and I thought the story was okay. I liked it. I think I would need to rewatch this, just because I couldn't fully appreciate the OST when I first watched it. I think I would way more appreciate it now. But back when I was younger, I wasn't listening to the OST. Similar with Promare, I didn't really appreciate the OST in it back when I first watched it. But I should rewatch it because this is Hiroyuki Sawano, this is Yoko Kanno. I kind of want to rewatch it and just listen to the OST basically. Okay, My Dress Up Darling. This is a classic for a reason. It is, honestly, how much did I enjoy My Dress Up Darling? More than Overlord. Yes. It's incredible. It's great. It's great. It's great. Some incredible animation, obviously some incredible voice acting, and just I really like the entire cosplaying part of it. Also, some ecchi is always like welcome, and was just fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a great anime, and season 2 was announced like what, 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or whatever. Still no sign of it. So rip. Vivi Fluorite Eye Song. Okay, Vivi is... This is an anime that I heard a lot about, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go into this blind. I know it's by the writer of Re:Zero. It's an anime original. And I was like, I'm gonna go into this blind, and let's see what it's about. And it surprised me a lot. It's really good. It's just every aspect of Vivi is really good. Nothing is masterpiece level, but everything is like an 8.5 out of 10. Every single element is like a very solid. Animation, soundtrack, story, characters, voice acting, action choreography is a 10 out of 10. Just everything is incredible in this. It's really good. The biggest problem I think Vivi has is that nothing stands out, apart from there was like one action scene in it that got spread out everywhere. That's really incredible. But apart from that, nothing stands out because everything is just really good. Nothing is incredible. Everything is really good. But I think, I mean, it deserves to be incredible. Come on. It's just really good. Really solid story. It has a solid arc. It goes from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. It fully finishes in one package, like 12, 13 episodes, and that's it. It's really fun, really good, and I recommend it a lot. Okay, Jesus Christ. Speaking of recommendations, Kiss Exist was more enjoyable than I would like to admit, and I would put it above a lot of these shows here. I would put it even above those shows. I would put it below Yamada-kun. Come on, I'm a degenerate, but it was fun. It was fun. Back when I was a teenager, I would not have fun with it today. Probably. It was fun. Hot Taxi. This is an anime that... Yes, this is an anime. Thank you, Matt. That I think has aged... Not has aged, but like... That I think more time that has passed, the more I think about it. And the more I am thinking of putting it up here. Yeah. It's an OLM anime that was definitely very much not well known back when it first aired. And I didn't even know about it when it first aired. And then I kept seeing people talk about it a bit and more and more. And it just got spread by word of mouth. And I feel like it became really prominent when people started. I think it won. Did it win Anime of the Year in like 2020? I believe it did, or 2021 or whatever. Did it win? Because I think it... Oh no, I don't think it did. But I think Hanekawa, is that his name? No, not Hanekawa. What's his name? The main guy. He won best main character, I think, at Anime Awards, Crunchyroll Anime Awards. And I believe that's how it got like really popular. And it's just a really, really good anime. And it's just 12 episodes. Every single dialogue matters in it. It's just really succinct, really, really good, really incredible ending. Incredible ending. Like the ending wraps up every single part of the story together. It's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino movie where you see a bunch of storylines, a bunch of things happening. Nothing really makes sense. It seems like all a bit random at times. And then everything just comes together. Everything matters for this one overarching storyline. It's incredible. I really recommend it. If there's any anime here that you haven't seen out of like the lesser known ones, then Odd Taxi is definitely the underappreciated one. And I absolutely love it. Okay. Redo of Healer. Okay, unironically, I put it, we all know how bad it is. Unironically, it's still better than Eromanga Sensei. I'm not gonna talk about much about Redo of Healer. Jesus fucking Christ. Go and watch it, sure. If you're of age, go and watch it. The uncensored version. Okay, I was talking about Kaguya, and I was talking about how it's not the best at romance. I think this is the best romance that I've seen ever. Also, I talked about it with Toradora. This is my favorite romance, and that is Oregairu, or I don't remember the English title. It's like Snafu or something like that. This is my favorite romance ever. The only issue I have with Oregairu is that I don't remember anything from it. I remember loving it. I remember being hyped. I remember there being a certain scene where a certain confession happens. I'm not gonna say who or what or whatever, but I remember that scene. I was in my bed at like midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever. I was jumping around. I was trying not to wake up my parents because I was younger back then. I was so hyped. I was taking pictures of my screen and blurring out all the spoilers and just sending it to my friends and being like, yo, this is hype. I remember being this hyped. Apart from that, I don't remember anything that happens. I watched all 3 seasons. I don't remember anything that happens apart from it being incredible. And also, I remember there being an arc about codependence, and that's where I learned the word codependence and what it means. So, incredible romance. Highly recommended. It's just a great romantic drama, and Hachiman is one of the best main characters in any rom-com or any romance anime that I've seen, period. Okay. Mob. This is something to do with like Mob in Otome game, Mob, Nick, something. It was enjoyable. I had about as much fun with it as I did with the Anos anime. Not as much as with actually, yeah, something like that. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it was fun. I don't know why I watched it. I just wanted to watch some trashy isekai, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. To Loveru. I watched the first 2 seasons, so To Loveru and Moto To Loveru. I didn't watch Darkness, and I found it to be okay, not as good as High School DxD. Sorry, To Loveru fans. It was better than Erased though. Okay, No Game No Life. I enjoyed No Game No Life when it first came out. I tried to rewatch it twice. I could not get past episode 1. I think it didn't age. It didn't mature with its audience. I think that I definitely grew out of No Game No Life. I definitely liked it when I was a teenager. I would not like it if it aired today. I think it still is a great show because of its incredible animation. So let me do this. Incredible animation and just some great ideas with the games. I think some parts in it are way too sussy, and I think why does Shiro need to be sexualized? That takes out so much enjoyment of the entire show, man. But even apart from that, I feel like some parts with how the character writing was done was a bit over the top, but still, it was fun. Nothing above that. It was fun. Eminence in Shadow. Now this, okay, I want to talk about this a bit because I actually started watching season 2 of this on the channel way at the start of my channel, I believe. And I watched 7, 8, 9 episodes, something like that, and then I stopped. And the reason for that is I think something came up and I didn't have the time to record for like 2-3 weeks, and I was like, I never got back to it. I just never got back to it. So I kind of want to finish it at some point, but I don't know when. So I didn't finish season 2 yet. Season 1 though was great. It's probably my 4th favorite isekai. I think 1, 2, 3. 3 is still not up here because it's gonna be going up here soon. But this is, I'm more invested in this than I am in a lot of these here. It's incredible. As an isekai, it's incredible. Okay, I want to talk about this one, Paripikome, because I've seen a lot of recommendations for this, for me to watch this one, because we're watching, as I said, music anime on the channel, and I've seen a lot of recommendations for Paripikome as one of the best, and unfortunately, I've already seen it. That kind of sucks that I've already seen a lot of the anime that you guys want me to check out. But it is what it is. I've already watched it, and it's an incredible anime. It has one of the best openings of its year and of all time, I would dare to say. It's incredible. It's here. No, it's actually even it's here. No, it's here. Sorry. Sorry, but oh, it's here. It's here. Okay. It's still incredible, but it didn't go above and beyond to reach something like higher than that. It was really, really fun. It was a great story, a very succinct, very like very wow, very well kept together. Like, it was episode 1 to episode 12, 13. It told a nice story. I think it ended. I'm pretty sure the story continues on, but I didn't feel like I needed more. I felt after it ended, I felt satisfied. I felt, okay, this was a very incredible story. I don't need more. I'm satisfied. Oh, speaking of being satisfied, Jesus fucking Christ, school days. Okay, so if you were in the anime community back in like the, I don't know, 2010s, maybe early to mid 2010s, which I personally wasn't, but I know that this is where it was really popular. You would have heard about School Days and how of its infamy. This anime, or this visual novel, whichever one you want to call it, is extremely polarizing, because for people it's either a masterpiece or it's forgettable / bad. And for me, it's most definitely not forgettable, but it most definitely is bad. It's still better than Eromanga Sensei. Okay, so School Days is a very generic romance for the first like 7-8 episodes, and then it becomes like a very trashy romance of a guy who just sleeps with everyone and he gets really depressed. And then there is an ending, which I'm not gonna spoil, that's referenced in many anime still, especially like the VTuber legend that I'm watching on the channel. It's referenced quite a bit. There's an ending that actually is kind of satisfying, because you're like, fuck yeah, he got what he deserves, man. He was a fucking douchebag. He was an awful human being, so he got what he deserves. So I kind of like the ending. Apart from that, everything else was just dog shit. So yeah, Spy Family. I only watched season 1 of it. It's great. It's great. It's just great. I can put it on, be happy. It's wholesome. That's it. I don't think too much about it. It's fun. Yeah. It's great. Low grade. Season 1. I don't know how it gets later on, but it's just fun, comfy. I don't feel too strongly about it. Yofukashi no Uta, though. This is an anime that caught me off guard, and it surprised me a lot. It is... Wow. Where do I put it? I think I put it here. It surprised me a lot. Like, a lot. The OST in this is incredible. Some of the characters were really, really fun. It's just vibes. It's just vibes. I watched it. I remember I watched like an episode or two before going to sleep. Like a few years ago, like a year or two ago. I remember I just put it on like an episode or two, and I was just vibing it like before going to sleep when everything was dark. And I was like, this is it. This is the life. This is the life. It's just so much vibes. Creepy Nuts did a lot of the music for it. The opening and the ending is by Creepy Nuts. If you like Creepy Nuts and you like their music, you're probably gonna like this, because it has like the vibe of Creepy Nuts and also some incredible animation and art in it. And I think the story is really, really like, it is strong enough for it to carry like the entire show as well. So I think it's just a really, really good show. I really enjoyed it. Okay, a season 2 was announced, I'm pretty sure, but we never got anything out of it. I might be wrong though. Maybe it wasn't announced. Licorice Recoil. This is another one of those anime similar to Paripikome that I was like, yeah, this is very solid. I feel satisfied after it. The reason I'm gonna put it above Paripikome and also above Paripikome is because it has finished. It has an ending. It kind of ran its course, and we had one succinct story from beginning to end, and it's just good. It's really good. A great chemistry between Takina and Chisato. Some great action in it, some great animation, and just a nice story that has finished. So really, really good. Keanu Reeves, the waifu edition, basically, it's what this is. Or what is it again? What's the Keanu Reeves movie again? Oh my god, I'm actually blanking out on it. But you know which ones I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that. But cute anime waifu edition. Okay, next we have Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Sorry. Okay, Oshi No Ko. I'm gonna preface this. Oshi No Ko is gonna go into masterpiece once we get at least season 3. It hasn't cooked enough. It needs to finish, or it needs to give us something more. It's still cooking, Oshi No Ko. That's why it's not higher. I'm enjoying Oshi No Ko more than some of the anime that are up here, but yeah, I just want to preface this. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is an anime that I've watched multiple times as well, and I love it. Episode 6 is one of the best episodes in all of the anime that I've seen. It's an incredible episode that shows the progression of a person on how they go from a normal person to how they slowly go through like a cyber psychosis and stuff like that. And it's really, really good. It's just so much anxiety in one episode, and then you just see a man break at the end. And it was an incredible episode. And then the ending of Cyberpunk I actually really enjoyed. I watched it before playing the game, and then I went back and played the game, and the game is also really, really good. It's just incredible. It's also an anime that Studio Trigger were born to make. I feel like the animation was insane in this, and it's the best Studio Trigger anime that I've seen. Okay, Tensei Shitara Ken deshita, or that time I got reincarnated as a sword, was good. Surprisingly good. Actually, yeah, it was better than expected. It was better than these isekais here. Yeah, it was better than expected. Some incredible, there was like some incredible OSTs in this. And also I remember there was a scene where the girl is like, because it looks kind of like cutesy a bit, and it looks like it isn't gonna go like any really dark direction. It just looks like a normal action. And then you see a scene with this girl fighting, and then suddenly her arms, the main girl, just get chopped off, and you're like, whoa, this is dark. That's really, really cool. Apart from that, it was just fun. I'm pretty sure this also had a season 2 announced years ago and never got anything out of it. Bocchi the Rock. Bocchi the Rock, of course, we're going in up here, and it is going to be here. It deserves it here. No, it deserves it here. Incredible animation. Just extremely unique animation as well, and a lot of passion from the staff. Incredible voice acting, and story was great. The characters were great. It's just nothing much more to add. I think it was just incredible animation and music in this, with some great I really like the fact that, like, how the cringe and all of the antisocial character traits that Bocchi had were portrayed in a really artistic way, but I feel like they really captured the feeling really well. I feel like the way that Bocchi is like anti-social, you know, her tics, how they were portrayed, were actually really accurate to how you feel in real life, at least more than some other anime try to do. Even if it was really artistic, I feel like it was really accurate. So I really appreciated that. Wow, I'm losing my voice, by the way. I've been recording for 2 hours. I'm losing my voice a bit. Okay. Okay, let's go next. Steins Gate is, for me personally, a masterpiece up here. I only watched the original Steins Gate. I'm satisfied with it. I feel like we got the perfect ending in the original series. I may at some point maybe watch the movie and like watch the Steins Gate Zero, but I watched the original and I felt like we got a really good ending to it, and I was satisfied. So I really enjoyed Steins Gate. I think even rewatching it, I think that the first half is actually not as bad as I thought it may be, because I know a lot of people say the first half is really long and it drags on, and I can see that, but for me personally, I still enjoyed it. It has some really enjoyable parts in it. It can drag on a tiny bit, but I feel like the comedy was pretty okay. It aged slightly poorly. Some of the comedy in it didn't age perfectly, but still, I think the animation is really good still, and I think the story is absolutely incredible. And I think it's the best time traveling in any anime that I've seen. So yeah, Noragami I've only seen season 1, and I don't remember anything from it. It's not that it's bad. I don't remember anything from it. I think I kind of enjoyed it, actually. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. I think I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it above some of these, actually. Here. I think I enjoyed it a bit. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I watched season 1, and I never felt the need to watch more of it. I just felt it was, okay, that was fun. That was a fun season. Okay. The revolutionary girl and the reincarnated princess. I don't remember the full title of this, but I got recommendations to watch this, and I unfortunately already did watch it on my own, and it was a lot of fun. It was better than this. It was a lot of fun. I think the first half of the season is better than the second half. I did not enjoy the drama, the political drama that they put in it. I enjoyed the characters and the them just being happy and, you know, being gay. I enjoyed that a lot more than the actual political drama in it. But it was still a lot of fun nonetheless. Yeah. Oh, Oreimo. Ore no Imoto ga something kawaii. Oreimo. Where do we put Oreimo? I enjoyed Oreimo way more than I care to admit. It was a dumpster fire, okay? It was a dumpster fire. The ending of Oreimo was a dumpster fire. But I genuinely think it is a show that, especially season 1, really showed some of the otaku culture really well. And I think it's tackled some of the... it kind of parodied a lot of the little sister tropes that I did in anime at that point. And I kind of really enjoyed that. And I honestly thought, like, I really liked Kirino. And I was never really... Oh, wait, I actually have like a pretty big Kirino figure. Can you see it? The bright Kirino. So I really liked Kirino, but yeah, so I never felt really salty towards for Kuroneko or stuff like that. I know a lot of people say Kuroneko best girl, nah, Kirino best girl. So I like Oreimo, honestly. I would not like it today. I'm gonna say this. I liked it when I was younger. I would not like it today. Not a shot. So yeah, a lot of fun. Onimai. Onicha Oshimai or Onimai. From an animation standpoint, it is, from an purely animation standpoint, it would be incredible. The story had some incredible beats in it as well. I think that, like, let's put all of the sassy moments aside. I think it tackled some really interesting ideas. Like, it's about a guy who, his sister turns him into a girl, and into like a young girl, and she's like, he's a NEET, right? He's a NEET, so he stays indoors, he has no friends, and she's like, you know what? I kind of want to make him relive his life from a younger age, so, and basically reacclimate to society, because he's been inside with zero friends, zero social contact for like many years. So I want to do something that makes him reacclimate to normal society. And she's like, I'm gonna turn him into a young girl, so he's gonna go to school again, he's gonna make friends and learn how to socialize again. And it tackles some interesting parts, both with the socializing part and also oh, sorry, a guy having to live with a female body. It tackles some interesting parts with that, like having a period, or how girls gain weight a lot faster, and it shows a lot faster as well. The fat shows a lot faster, and other moments as well. And it actually hit some pretty emotional notes as well. I really enjoyed it. I think honestly, what brings it down a bit is it was slightly uncomfortable in some of the more sassy scenes. But apart from that, it was an incredible story and incredible animation as well. Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise is just great, fun, great animation. It was just some good animation with some okay story, with some fun characters as well. It was just fun. It was just fun. Nothing much to add. I'm not thinking about it daily, but it was fun. It didn't go above and beyond. I did not like the power scaling in it. I felt like it was way too fast. I think the second half, the story was definitely a lot worse than in the first half. I think the first half didn't have much of a story. It was just fun seeing all the characters in it. But I think the animation was just really good. The fights were good. Yeah, I just didn't really enjoy the power in it, the power scaling, how everyone just immediately mastered the powers. But apart from that, it was fun. Chainsaw Man. I rewatched Chainsaw Man and multiple times, and I think it deserves to go, in my opinion, here. It was really good. Yeah, it was. I know it gets even weirder from here, but already it's not a show that is targeted towards me. It was a bit too weird already here. I am not a huge. I usually don't like anime that go really, really weird. And this one definitely feels like it's going to go even more weird. And even this season was a bit weird. But we have to acknowledge the incredible animation and passion put into this by these staff members. Like, you can tell how much work went into this. Like, just from them talking, just from them walking down the street, you see so much happening in the animation, in just the slight coat movements, the clothes movements. Like, it was incredible how much effort was put into this adaptation. And it's one of the best anime adaptations that we've seen. I think it's not as good as something like, let's say, Mob Psycho, but it was still an incredible project and like incredible animation. So I think it deserves to go up here just for that. No, this is even worse than this. Is Inukai. That time I got reincarnated as Inukai's dog or whatever it's called. This is even worse than Eromanga Sensei. I'm not gonna explain it. It's about a guy who turns into a dog and his crush adopts him, and then she really likes the dog, like a bit too much. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Re:Zero. Re:Zero is it my second favorite isekai, or is it my third favorite isekai? I honestly rewatched it a few times, and after I rewatched it, I've realized it's my second favorite isekai. I'm gonna watch season 3 on the channel. I know people are gonna be asking me, where's season 1 and 2 on the channel? I watched it way before I started this channel, so sorry about that. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think season 2, episode 4 of Re:Zero, Parent and Child, I think it's called. That episode is one single best isekai episode in any isekai anime that I've seen. The way it broke down Subaru as a character was absolutely incredible. And I still think back to some of the quotes said in Re:Zero, not just that episode, but Re:Zero in general, and I still think about those quotes, and I still think those quotes are really powerful. I remember in that episode, season 2, part 4, episode 4, his mom says, is this a spoiler? Okay, no, I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna give context, I'm just gonna say what Subaru's mom says. She says, we didn't have you because we wanted you to do something for us. We had you because we wanted to do something for you. And that quote is still something that I think back to, and I still get emotional about, because it's an incredible quote. And also another quote, which is in season 1, is, I still think back to it, and even though it's a bit corny, I still like that quote a lot. Is from Emilia when she says to Subaru, it's a lot better to hear one thank you than 100 sorries, or something like that. Or maybe she just says it feels a lot better to hear a thank you than a sorry, I'm sorry. And I still think back to that, and I'm like, you know what, I would like to say thank you more than I would like to say sorry for something. So I feel like Re:Zero has so many great moments in it. And also I think the entire thing with Rem on, I think it was episode 18 of season 1, with Rem on the building. That is still one of the best like breakdowns of an isekai character as well. She absolutely tore him apart, and Subaru tore himself apart as a isekai character, and it was an incredible scene that I still think about a lot, because it just addressed every single issue that every single isekai has, like a generic isekai has with like their characters, and it's an incredible story. I think the problem is I'm not invested in the world, and also I think it's just getting started. I feel like it's still gonna need more time to grow. That's why it's not my number 1. Also, I read the Slime light novels. I didn't read the ReZero light novels. I actually might, but it still feels like it's just setting up. So I'm waiting for season 3 to see where it goes from here. Okay. Shinsaka Yori Into the New World, I think it's called. This is a weird anime. I think about it a fair amount. I think I didn't enjoy it as much as some other people did, and that's because there's like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's a plot twist that happens at the end, and I kind of figured out that plot twist way early on in the series, and I think it may have been just a mistake, because I was like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be revealed later on, or I wonder if this is happening here, and it has something to do with the servant rat thing is whatever. If you know what I'm talking about, then you probably know. But I figured out that early on, and I felt like that was supposed to be like a big plot twist, and when they revealed it, I was like, oh yeah, I knew. I thought so. That's what I thought to myself, and I was like, okay. But apart from that, some of the first few episodes, mindfuck. What the fuck is happening? I'm like, why did this episode start in the middle of like? Why does it feel like we skipped like a few years and everyone's gay now? That was weird. But I do think some of the beats of like how like how a civilization can start and stuff like that was really interesting. That's why I still think back to it every now and again. I just think it was kind of weird, and it didn't hit some of the beats that I was waiting for. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't put it anywhere higher than this. Pokemon. This might be a bit of a longer one. Okay. So, okay. This is all of Pokemon up to Horizons, okay? My favorite seasons of Pokemon. Not including Horizons, by the way. This is Ash Pokemon. Gen 1. Gen 1 and 2, I'm gonna put into the same one because it's basically connected, right? Gen 1 and 2. Sun and Moon. X and Y. Black and White. Ruby Sapphire. No, Diamond Pearl, Ruby Sapphire. And that is purely anime. Not including the games. I think Diamond and Pearl, the saving grace of Diamond and Pearl is Paul. I think Paul is an incredible not villain, but like a rival. That's it, a rival. Wait, is Paul in Diamond and Pearl even? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Paul is an incredible rival. But I do think that there's so much filler stuff in, especially Ruby, especially Gen 3, 4, and even 5, unfortunately. But Gen 5 has N in it, so it kind of gets moved up just because of that. But Season 1 and 2 had some incredible banter that I think still holds up. Sun and Moon had my favorite cast. I love the Sun and Moon cast. They're absolutely great, all of them. Mallow, Lana, Sophocles, and obviously Lily. Wow, I almost forgot Lily. I love that cast, and I loved some of the stories in it. The story with the Herdier and not Herdier. What's his name? Do you remember the Tora cat or I think it was the Litten and the dog? I forgot his name. But do you remember that story? And this is one of the only times where a Pokemon actually died in the anime. That was an incredible story. And some of the other stories in it as well were just really good. I really liked the Ultra Beasts and the Ultra Squad or whatever. I liked Luzamin in it. I just really liked it. I think Lily is one of my favorite anime characters in Pokemon. I liked her in the game, but not as much as I liked her in the anime. So I really like Pokemon the anime, and especially the movies. I love the movies of Pokemon. If you're also including like Evolution, Generations, Origins, Twilight Wings, Hisuian Snow, and also like Paldean Winds and stuff like that, then it would be different. But we're not including those. Let's just include the main series. It's still incredible. It's a bit of nostalgia for me, but it's above a lot of these. Above Death Parade, probably. Sorry, Death Parade. I love Death Parade. It's here. Yes, it's nostalgia, okay? Okay, what of it? Okay. Spice and Wolf, the original Spice and Wolf. We're currently watching the remake, and it's incredible. We're on an arc that wasn't actually in the original, and it's really, really good. That arc is really good. But the original Spice and Wolf was incredible as well. It's incredible. Where? Incredible where? Fuck, it's above Pokemon. It's just below Ping Pong. Also, I think I'm gonna put Ping Pong above here. The more I'm thinking about it, it has to be higher up. Yeah, it's here. Okay. And also this is above Angel Beats. Sorry, Angel Beats. Yeah. Really, really incredible romance, a lot of economics. I love that. I think that Spice and Wolf had a better first half. I think the remake, I don't remember how Spice and Wolf the second half went, but I'm really enjoying the remake, especially the second half of the remake is really, really good. So I think it's definitely at least on par. Okay, anyways, Violet Evergarden. A bit of a discussion. First season, the first 12 episodes or whatever of Violet Evergarden would be high A, low S. The movie, I really didn't enjoy some parts of the movie. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything that happens. I'm gonna say this. I despised the romance element in the movie. I despised it. I fucking hated that element. It felt so uncomfortable to me. I'm not gonna go into detail. And also, I didn't like the fact of that how cartoonishly they made one element of it. I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I think the movie had some of the best animation that we've seen in any anime, and some of the best soundtracks that we've seen in any anime. Even Cole, incredible soundtrack for Violet Evergarden. Of course, he's the same guy who made the soundtrack for Freerem, by the way. Incredible soundtrack. Kyoto Animation, incredible animation in it. Same guys who made like Hibike Euphonium, among other things like Kobayashi-san's made Dragon and stuff like that. Incredible animation in the movie as well. Some of the best animation and OSTs in any anime movie, but I did not like some of the story beats. But still, it was incredible. I'm gonna still put it above A Spirited Away. Okay, Ajin. I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. This is by Polygon Pictures. It's a fully CG anime back in like 2015, 16, somewhere around there. And I personally think it's heavily underrated. I think it's actually really good. It's not this good. It's this good though. I really enjoyed it. I think the story in it is really good, and I think the animation, I actually really like the CG animation. I just personally, I don't mind CG. I don't know if you've noticed. We're watching like Bang Dream. We're watching like, I watched like Love Life, which has a lot of anime CG. I'm watching like D4TJ, which is fully CG. I just don't mind CG animation, especially if it's done well. And I think Ajin, for its time, had incredible CG animation. Nowadays, it may not look as incredible, but for its time, it was actually really good. So yeah, Ajin was underrated. Akatsuki no Yona. Yona the Dawn. I only watched, I think are there multiple seasons? I watched only the first season. I don't know if there are multiple or not. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I don't remember much from it. It's a shoujo. I remember just enjoying it a lot. I'm gonna put it above Food Wars. I haven't seen much. I feel like there was another season that I just didn't watch because I was like, I'm gonna get to it. And then I never got to it. But I remember loving the first season of it. So yeah, it was really, really good. And then we have another, which is a horror anime that I enjoyed because it was absurd at times. It was never really scary. It was absurd. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it above Seitokai Yakuindoma. I just enjoyed it. I really liked Mei as a character. It was really interesting. I feel like some of the elements in it were definitely not perfect. It was definitely not perfect. It was not scary most of the time, but it was fun. So it was still a lot of fun. Yeah, just some bloody stuff. Achikochi. I enjoyed Achikochi. It's similar to Non Biyori to me. I think I enjoyed Non Biyori more than Achikochi, but Achikochi was still fun. So yeah, a slice of life, cute anime. Wow, I think we are done, guys. I think we are done. So this is my entire list. I'm not gonna post it anywhere actually. But this is my entire list. Come on, flame my taste, flame me for what I think about it. I can take it. What do you guys think about it? I feel like there are some, as I said, some shows on here, or there's some shows that I didn't put on here because I only watched a few episodes. And also I didn't put like multiple seasons of the same show on it, and also I didn't put anything that I watched on the channel on it. So yeah, I think these are just so you guys know what I have already seen, and also what I think about it, and so you can kind of align your taste with my taste. Also, let me make some let me make a note here. These ones, just because they're C doesn't mean they're bad. I enjoyed all of these ones. I actually have positive memories of watching all of these ones. They were just enjoyable. Didn't go above and beyond. These ones, some of them are bad. Some of them were just forgettable. Like this one, I remember actually kind of liking this one as well, and this one as well. Trinity 7, Kore wa Zombie desu ka, My Little Monster. I remember liking these. Also Date Alive, I remember liking it. I just don't remember it. So I don't remember a single thing from it. That's why it's unforgettable. So yeah, anyways though, I'm gonna end this mega video. I've been recording for 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's gonna be a bit shorter when it's uploaded because I gotta cut it a bit, but this is gonna be all. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.